the car. This is not just a well-made car, it's a car that drives well. It is a mature package in the way
Nice.
it drives.
Okay.
And show me in the small things, man, and that's the beauty of it. Like the way the Regen works, right? So natural. So natural. Because nowhere did I feel that it was overstepping or or was it not in tune with my expectations. So in the different modes, of course, the Regen, the way it comes in, you can also, in the different modes, you can set up saying that, so let's say in normal mode, the throttle response is more than in eco mode. But I want the Regen to be lower or whatever, I can adjust that. There are 3 or 4 steps. You can adjust it that way. The Regen worked so nicely. It was so intuitive that it just felt like it was assisting. It did not feel like that switchy thing where it comes on suddenly, so it feels too sharp or something like that.
Yeah.
It felt natural.
Nice.
It felt good to drive. And for me, that small thing was such a good part of the experience. The steering is light in eco mode, in normal it's fine, but always there's a feel for the car, and it's a big car. And I did push it, right? It felt controlled. It felt predictable for a big car like this, like the front end.
Yeah.
After a point, if you push it hard, you can feel the size of it and all, and which is then you're like, okay, take it easy, but it stays clean. Okay. The other good part, the suspension. When you first start off, you feel that it's softy, so it's like going over stuff and it's like soaking stuff up better than you expect. You're like, that's not a good thing, right? Which means once you really get moving,
then body roll and all
then
nonsense will happen.
yeah, all hell is gonna break loose.
Yeah.
No,
Controlled. Nice.
I accidentally ended up on a service road which ended up in nothingness, and it was क्या बोलते हैं? What do we call that? When they break down buildings and they take all the brick and stuff like that.
So expressway. Sorry, I know we are better than that now.
If you visit Goa, you know the difference. So I ended up the service road, ended up into a road made out of that, which had full difference in height from this side track to this side. There were bricks sticking out like angles like that, and each thought was like, no man, I said that looks like it's gonna go straight for the battery pack, like that. So on that note, 186 millimeters of claimed ground clearance. Point is, went over all of that with care, but it was rough. At no point through that did it feel ill-mannered, that it couldn't be driven easily through all of that. It worked well in that scenario.
Nice. Okay.
And after that, I got onto the expressway. And I also spent time in the backseat on roads like that. You're expecting to get tossed. And there was this one point where the person was driving. He didn't read the road up ahead quite as well. It looked like a light bump. So we were carrying a decent speed, but it was bigger than expected. So you felt that this is a big one. But I didn't get tossed out of the backseat, and I was the only thing in the rest of the car, so it was not loaded. So it managed to offer control. If I break it down, you may read other reports, because this is something that was discussed with me, that it feels a bit firm at times, it feels a bit soft at times. Yes, it does. But the point is, what is the outcome? It's soft when it needs to be, it's controlled when it has to be. Yes, there are those moments here and there, but that's fine.
Okay.
For this kind of car, I think what it's managing to pull off overall in terms of its behavior is mature.
Right.
And again, so the package ties in together as a well-made vehicle on so many fronts. The misses, we've already discussed. The only one that I missed, which is again a small one, but ties in with the same idea that it's a more of an urban vehicle in my head right now, is that the tire noise was also a fair bit. I would have expected better sound insulation. I would want better sound insulation. I would want better cabin cooling. I would want sun blinds if I wanted to use this on a regular basis. I would want a larger battery pack if I really wanted to travel with. So that just kind of rounds off the things that it needs to do better to become that all-purpose family car.
Got it.
So drives well. Electric drivetrain is good. Mechanical other parts are good. Steering, suspension, all of it was good. 18-inch wheels. on this one, the top spec variant that we used. So not bad. So the lower variants, which I get 17 or something like that, would be even better.
Right.
So nice car that way. Listen, this has been fun, and I think we should take this to the next level. I think our relationship's ready for it. And if you're ready, head to the MotorInc channel, where this 3-minute video ends up expanding into a hour-long video, which would be a great way for us to spend time when you're taking a jog, in a flight, commuting to work, or back. We'd love to hang out more.